Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo, oh! That's right, you better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down, he goes with it. Adebayo for the win!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah! Welcome to the Five Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up on 5R. I'm your fucking host, Royal A. Shepherd. Fuck Philadelphia cheesesteak. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Flyers. Fuck the Phillies. Fuck the fucking 76, bitch. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals, ho. Let me calm down a little bit. No, fuck that. Let's get aggressive right off the gate because before we even started, Mr. Net gave the boys a $4.99 donut. So appreciate you. So Insurance by the Net, appreciate you for the $49.99 donut. She said, we on our way to the Eastern Conference Finals. The girl feeling good. Yes, she is. And we want to thank her as the primary sponsor of the Five Reasons Sports Postgame Show. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any insurance needs, Philadelphia might have a few, then you need to give the lady, Mr. Net, a call at 954-581-8800. Or visit her website at www.insurancebyLynette.com. We appreciate you, Miss Lynette. Appreciate you. You didn't have to give us no more money, but you did. And let's fucking go!
See the GOAT. See the GOAT, baby.
See the GOAT. Also want to thank my guy, Magic Lees. He dropped $50 off on us, too. Appreciate you, my boy. What to say?
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Oh, okay. Oh. He said, tomorrow on ESPN, what a terrible performance from the Sixers. We real Heat fans like the disrespect. Bring on either Boston or Milwaukee. Roy, you say what you want about Bam. He did great tonight. I don't give a fuck about being wrong about Bam Adebayo. I do not mind. And please, by all means, slander me to filth in my comments. I don't care. We won, biatch. Let me introduce these guys joining me today. We got my man, Jonathan Ramlakan, in the back pulling double duty as the producer and a panelist. Appreciate your work, my boy. My man, Gadiel Cartagena. These two lovely kings, my boy Threat, and the chairman himself, Ricky J. Mark. And live from Philadelphia, watching the sad Trail of Tears lead that arena is my man, the coach, Dr. Streuss himself, Sean Rochester, joining the boys for a little bit. Fellas, we're going to start with my boy Sean. Sean, you was there. You was in the arena. Tell me about what you saw. Tell me about what you felt. Tell me about how it feels to be one of the participants in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Listen, I got to put up my window because I almost got my ass beat a couple times.
We would have pulled up, Rochester.
Look, man, it was a great environment. We were very good. We took control. The second half, we had some let's go Heat chants. It was all good, man. It was all about that sage. Giancarlo Navas, he has started the trend. We got to sage every arena. If we sage every arena, we win the championship.
I agree 1,000%. My boy pulled out the triple sage that on the Heat Arena last game, and it did wonders. So we also got some more donos in here. I want to thank I'm missing. I don't know where they at. Oh, my boy Jump. 99P, the boy pushing P on the post-game show. We also alliteration right here. He said, Bam is the real defensive player of the Y. Oh, shit. Defensive player of the year. Hey, bro. Defensive player of the year. He said, Lonzo over Lowry. Hey, bro, don't be pushing no agendas on here tonight, Jet. We going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Want to thank a man of culture for the $20 dono. He said, I wonder what the excuse will be this time. Oh, wait, I don't give a fuck. We blew that shit out the water. Yes, indeed.
Out the water, baby.
Yes, indeed. Fuck the boy. Want to thank my boy James Todd. Appreciate you, Kane, for the $10 dono. He said, Bam literally erased and beat tonight. Inspirational defense. Also, Jimmy once again, dominant. 30 points, top 3 player in the playoffs. If you disagree, fight me. Fight us, my boy. Because my boy Gab been throwing that propaganda up here throughout the course of the playoffs. So I want to get
six one of them moments? 6 one of them moments from Jimmy Butler? He let his nuts hang on Joel Embiid over the last 4 games while he was healthy? Nah, man. Like, give Jimmy Butler his props. Everything that we've been saying about Jimmy, like every single one of us, I think at some point this season has been wrong about Jimmy. And there were some moments where it wasn't all that pretty. But this man, when you said, Jimmy, we need you to lead us. We need a bucket. We need someone that can go and step up for this team while the role players aren't stepping up. Jimmy Butler has done that with flying colors. Flying colors. Like, there's one player, maybe one player that's rivaling him this postseason, and that's Giannis, who's the best player on the planet. Jimmy is unbelievable right now. It's crazy to say that we've had the best player in the series for the first 2 series, literally 10 straight games? I don't even know. 11 games that we've played. Jimmy Butler has been on one of the best players in the entire playoffs, one of the best runs that we're seeing. Like, if he keeps this shit up, he's going to be very, very decorated in terms of his entire career, man. Like, I'm so proud of Jimmy. I'm so proud of the way this team fought. Royal, I know you were talking about how you weren't loving what you were seeing from Bam. I loved what I saw, especially on the defensive end. Offensively, he was efficient as hell, which is what I'm going to ask him to do. And defensively, I have never seen someone bully Joel Embiid before. And this man was bullying Joel Embiid. Joel was fighting for post-ups, could not get an inch of position on Bam. And then they started dribbling towards Bam. Bam said, I'm taking that shit my way. Cookies, they started ripping the Sixers in the fourth quarter. Like, you talk about the Miami Heat. What are they good at? What's their strength? They can do anything. That's the strength of this team. Whatever your weakness is, they will go ahead and try to find it. And they did that against Philly. Like, they just exposed the living shit out of a fraudulent-ass organization. Fuck Philly. Fuck Rocky. The steps weren't even that hard to go up. Like, listen, man. This was such a fun game to watch. I'm so happy to be a Heat fan right now. They just embarrassed those motherfuckers. You know how hard it is to get booed in the second, third, and fourth quarters of a closeout game in your own arena? Fuck Philly, bro. Get them the fuck out of the playoffs. I'm so glad. They're never going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals anyways. But, man, it feels good to be the ones that send their ass home. It really, really does.
I feel like it's been a collision course for us with some of this shit for a long-ass time. And to finally get it here. Like, it's been great. King Ricky, I want to ask you something because you're our resident historian here. Like, Jimmy has had several of those moments. We like to say he's not one of them ones, but he's been having one of those moments throughout the course of this playoffs. And I heard on the 5 on the Floor pod, people putting him as the 3rd best player in Heat history behind Wade and Bron. How is his performance now stacking up? What's that opinion?
Why are you making that?
Go ahead, Ricky. I want to hear it, bro.
Alonzo Mourning would like a word.
Okay.
And his word will get dismissed. Rather
Okay. Well, how many awards has Jimmy Butler won as a member of the Miami Heat?
How many Eastern Conference Finals has Alonzo Mourning led the Miami Heat to?
Well, not led, but he's been a part of those teams. Yeah, I mean that's
no.
not his fault.
How many did he lead? He led them to 1 Eastern Conference Finals, correct?
Yes.
Jimmy has done that twice in 3 years.
Well, okay. I mean, if we're gonna go by how many times we've reached the conference finals,
it's not about it, but I'm just saying.
I get that, but I don't think we want to do that because then
we don't want to slander Jimmy Butler. I'm just saying I thought that was a layup to me because, in all honesty, I can 100% agree that Jimmy Butler is probably the 3rd best player to ever play here.
I'm not prepared to make that case.
Let's just talk about his playoff performance. Let's just talk because I don't want to get into negativity.
No, I'm not. I was just gonna say just
Go
simple. I'm not prepared to make that case just yet. Once I see one of these, then maybe we could talk because what Alonzo Mourning did for this franchise from 96 to about 2003 and then 06, it's a lot. And Jimmy's done a good deal since he's been here, but ask me again after he wins the title this year.
Okay. Fair enough. I want to thank my boy Yanivish16 for the 30 unknown Pokemon dollars. He said number one Butler fan in Israel.
Yeah.
He said what? Those FTX bucks on this show, bro. That boy got culture all in his veins, bro. Fuck that.
Very good.
Hey, our best friend is back. That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure. What is this? Wait, thank you, Alex M, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Jimmy was eating today like Roy ass CC's pizza. That boy ain't got shit on me at the CC's pizza. Fuck is you talking about? Sal Soprano, thank you for the $5 dono. He said thanks for doing the show for us, fellas. So happy to Heat are back in the Eastern Conference Finals. No, bro, we appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for joining us. We got 761. Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports Network for all this type of content if you haven't already. Thank you, SRT Dre, for the $1.99 dono. He said stop it, Ricky. Nobody choosing Mourning over Jimmy. Hey man, it's each is This courtroom is a place where everybody's allowed to speak their piece. And if you disagree, this is also a platform for you to get your shit chewed up. Thank you, Christopher Chen, for the $5 California dollars. He said, I'm here for the 76ers funeral service tonight. Give the Max the Harden and a lifetime contract to Rivers. The boy feeling good. Oh yeah.
We got to give them their own slander section tonight because we can go. Listen. We love to sometimes cook our own players. No, let's absolutely fillet the Philadelphia 76ers, man. I've been praying on this moment. I truly have. If anybody wants to get slander off, let it rip in the comments because we're going to be going the entire night.
For days like this? or for times like this?
Oh Lord.
Listen.
Oh, hold up, wait a minute. Thank you, Mike. Oh, I slander his ass too. Meat Mills can get it. Kevin Hart can get it. All you Philly in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Let me
from the
cook
playoffs today. Fuck is you talking about? Thank you, Michael Lockman, for the KES 120. Don't know what that is.
Kenyan shilling. It's a Kenyan shilling.
Get the fuck out of here. That's a video game system for the 60s.
He's watching from Kenya.
Shout out Kenya.
4 in the morning.
Shout out to Kenya.
Good morning, good night. Not sure how you're rocking over there.
He said, thank you, Magic Leeds, for the $10 donor. He said, I've been enjoying 5 reasons since the bubble, and it's only gotten better. I would donate $100 for Eastern Conference Final Series win, and will donate $250 for a chip. Let's go! Can't do any more. Mortgage company will flip. Hey, I'm with you, brother. Don't put your house in trouble just to give me money, but get as close as you can to giving me money and putting your house in trouble. My boy Baller Central back
Central
with the $84.99 Tri-Bucks. Appreciate you, my boy. He said, Heat Nation. Ricky, one love. Love your takes, brother. You're my favorite, no doubt. That's the first time we've ever got that.
That boy said one love.
There's always one.
It's always one. All right, bro. Thank you for the $4.99 donor. He said you guys are praising Butler for the office, which he was excellent. But once he took Maxey on defense, you talking about his offense. Once he took Maxey on defense on the series, Maxey disappeared. Butler, two-way master. Absolutely. He is the biggest reason why Tyrese Maxey became inefficient, starting with, what was it, game 4? Like Jimmy just decided that he wasn't going to do it anymore. Thank you, Carlos Garcia, for the $4.99 donor. He said, let's go Duncan Robinson. Get your ass the fuck out of here. That boy, shut up. Thank you, Tens, for the $4.99 donor. He said, not gonna lie, was kind of salty when Jimmy said he wishes he was still on the 76ers in the postgame. LOL. Jim VP has been a superstar all playoffs. Hashtag go.
I think that's just trolling. No one wants to live in Philadelphia. No one wants to play for Doc Rivers. And imagine living in Miami instead of being there. Come on now.
My boy Kai Chisel with the $1.99 donor. He said Jimmy Butler sure is enjoying the warm weather. Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah.
Shout out to Turkey.
Woo! Oh my God! It's us against the world, ladies and gentlemen. One point, Ariel live from Canada with the $5 dono, which is probably like $6 in American dollars. He said the process can eat my haram. I don't know what that is. He said, "What up, basement? We appreciate you, bro. Come to work. Fuck is you talking about?
The basement.
Come to work, bitch. That's it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to wait to get to my boy Kane threat for the longest. But y'all know as long as that money coming in, I'm going to keep ripping. Go ahead, my boy.
Let it roll. Hey, man. We gonna start. Hey, if you got your lighters, put your lighters in the air right now. If you got your lighters in the air, we about to roll this pack up.
Shit.
Roll Philly up. We need the Fresh Prince and Will Smith ass in a pack. Pack Carlton ass with them. Put Meek Mill's skinny ashy leg ass in a pack too. Fuck dreams and nightmares. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Fuck the Eagles, fluky ass Super Bowl. We don't care about none of that shit at all. Put their ass in a pack too. Freeway can go with them. And a lot of y'all don't know who that is, so it don't even fucking matter at the fuck all. Rocky Balboa put his ass in a pack with them badass knees. We don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. The last movies was trash. I don't care what y'all say. Put all that Philly shit, the Declaration of Independence, we gonna roll that up. We gonna roll that up.
The Liberty Bell, there's cracks in the Liberty Bell tonight. I'm telling you that much.
Hey, that motherfucker is cracked. You hear me? Fuck Philly. Fuck Philly at the end of the day, and I speak for all Heat fans when I say fuck Philly. They deserve what was coming from
the armpit of America.
Hey, shout out to Jimmy Butler. I slandered him all season. There's nothing more than I like to be wrong at the expense of the Heat winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. We go into the Eastern Conference Finals. Let that shit sink in. Let that shit sink in right now. Turn the fuck up. We going to the Eastern Conference Finals. We fucking here. We are here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Max Strus. That boy took a lot of fucking slandering. In these last 2 games, we seen 20 and 10 balls out that boy. Hey, y'all was packing him up for Duncan Robinson, and that boy responded. That boy got a couple haymakers. Fuck all that shit. He bounced back. That's what we do, man. Shout out to Bam locking up Embiid. Embiid as the runner up. We don't give a fuck about none of them MVP chants. Quiet all that shit the fuck down. That guy's not the MVP. He's the runner up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the contributors, man. All the Gabe Vincent, Hero, everybody did what they needed to do, man. Bring on the Bucks, bring on Boston. We don't care about none of that shit. It's still Heat in 5. We bringing that same energy. Let's go.
Fuck is you talking about out here? Thank you, Brett, the movie guy, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Harden snatched Royal CC pizza coupons. It don't matter. He needed something.
Harden cannot snatch shit from Royal. I'll tell you that much.
Man, listen, bro. It's okay, bro. It's okay. He's gonna be snatching it in Cancun. Thank you, Jeff305, for the $5. Don't know. He said the last time I've seen someone from Philly get beat down this bad, I was watching Adriana Chekic video. I have no idea about that.
Don't Google her on your work computer. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up on my mom's phone to see what comes up.
Thank you, Hilly L, for the $5. Don't know. He said, let's talk about the Philly fans leaving early. Oh no, we the only one who do that now. We're the only ones who do that. We show up late and we leave early. No, nah.
Let's
not
talk
Philadelphia,
about
not
it.
the Wells Fargo Arena. No, nah. That couldn't be them.
I thought they was the greatest fans in the world. That don't make no sense. How does that happen?
Come on,
what?
Now. When your team getting the doors blown off of their ass, you better get out. My boy Isakwe Vitor come in here with the $5 Russian dollars. He said, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to face the Bucks rather than the Celtics. No Middleton, Wall on Giannis, Depot on them. I think we could get into some of that later on in the show. We haven't even really talked about this game because y'all been letting the money flow. Thank you, Magic Leaves, for the $5. Don't know. He said, here's some more money, Roy, in the game. Serious questions. Give me your real thoughts on facing either Boston or Milwaukee. First of all,
my brother, I will lie to you.
These esteemed gentlemen have their own names, and so it's not Royal in the game, bro. I'm a part of the game. But yeah, later. I don't want to do it right now. Leo the Lion, thank you for the $4.99. No, he said, did Ricky hold up a Rasinga? He said, Jimmy put his application to be one of them one. Hey, listen, man. It
is about to get stamped. It is about to get stamped. I will tell you that much.
He is buffering that resume, okay? And I'm trying to get to you, Jonathan Robinson. But you know how the boy get when they start. I'm just getting hot in here. I'm starting.
All I'm gonna say is Jimmy Butler's application to be one of them ones has definitely been submitted, and it's under further review. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a consideration a couple weeks ago, but now it is under further review.
We'll talk to management.
We'll talk to management.
The board has the application. We promise you that. The board has the application, goddamn. Heather Klein, thank you for the $4.99. Don't know. He said ESPN ain't said Danny Green's name all year, and immediately it was Danny went down.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you have to give Matisse Thybulle extended minutes. I tried to tell you about that TikToker. Listen, he is not one of them role players. I can tell. Oh my gosh! Did you see the way they were guarding him? If they had a 2-3. If they had a 2-3 zone of us 5, you still know Matisse Thybulle is not getting off more than 5 points. The fact that he even got 3 points in this game off a dunk and a free throw was absolutely disrespectful to me, and I want to punch my TV in half. But man, shout out Matisse Thybulle for being probably the sixth best player on the Heat this series, if I'm being completely honest. Like every time he was on the floor, it was food for us.
Here we go.
Bro,
Food.
that boy was standing in the corner, ass naked, like for most of the game, bro. And they didn't even look that bitch way. Thank you, my boy Kachi Chisholm again with the $4.99. I don't know. He said, shout out to the Heat, but shout out to all of y'all who put in the work with the post-game show and provided the best content in Miami Heat history. Fuck James Harden. My man.
Fuck James Harden.
One, Kyle only half black, so you get half of the Kane gang. You know what I mean? You can't get no.
Crying. Boys putting Donovan McNabb in the pack.
Fire him up. Brian Westbrook, Brian Dawkins, one of the best safeties of all time.
Dude in the comments said Cuban sandwich over
the Philadelphia Central Zoo. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't care.
I'm putting all that shit in the pack.
I'm putting Dr. J and Doc Rivers' ass in the pack.
Moses Malone can get
both of them fake doctors.
I'm
putting both of the fake doctors out of there.
Doc Rivers again because he used to play for the 76ers. Charles Barkley because he got drafted by the 76ers. Allen Iverson, Andre Iguodala from that dunk contest that he was in, getting put his ass in the pack. Drew Holiday can get his fucking ass put in there when he made the All-Star game as a young 76er.
Yes.
Fuck is you talking about?
Whatever y'all want to put in the pack.
Eric Snow, bitch ass, Dikembe Mutombo, that whole
Put him
team
in
that
the
went
pack.
to the fight. All the bitches can get put in the pack. Fuck Philly. What fuck is you talking about? Jonathan McNamara, thank you for the $5 dono. He said Heat in the Final Four. Yeah, boy. He said just love this group and the vision of the Heat. Or no, for sure, bro. For sure, bro. All that shit. I'm with it. Thank you, Adam Rodriguez, for the $9.99 dono. He said, I think it's funny how Joel kept falling and then fell and destroyed his own man's knee. That's a crazy sentence to put money to right there, bro, because that man's knee did not look well after Joel Embiid fell on it.
That Joel Embiid literally handmade an Auntie Anne's pretzel with Danny Green's ligaments. I feel so bad for this man.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for Danny Green. He was just trying to go up for an offensive board.
damn, Gad, that was
he was crocheting his ACL. Like, I feel so bad for Danny Green, man. I really do.
Especially the fact he might not be back
now
next season.
He's a 35-year-old free agent, and he just tore his hopefully he didn't suffered a really painful injury to his knee by trying to get an offensive rebound for a team that wasn't going to win shit anyways. Like, I feel bad for him, man. I really do. He can fuck up.
I think
like,
that's
adios, sayonara.
I think that's the end of Danny Green's NBA career. Like, if it's a significant knee injury, I don't expect to see Danny Green. But I mean, he goes on the list of all-time random scrub heat killers.
Yeah, my condolences to Danny Green, but put that 2013 performance in the fucking backwood and smoke that motherfucker too. Fuck him. Put him in the fucking pack too. He can fucking go. He can put that game one in the pack too. All 7 of them threes. Put that shit in the pack with it.
Oh shit, bro! Hold on, now we got some more big bucks coming through here. Thank you, Andrew Jolly, for the $5 dono. He said Jimmy smiling and waving bye to have empty Sixers Stadium was a beautiful moment. I was with it too, my boy. What's next, Ramacon? I know we got a couple on. Ralph Torres, thank you for the $1.99 dono. He said PJ and Strus outscored Embiid and Harden. Oh no, they didn't want to put no graphic up about that. They had, oh my boy, Voodoo Visions interrupted me mid-thought with this $4.99 big buck, don't know. Appreciate you, my boy. He said, y'all miss me. Damn sure do if you're going to be giving out bread like this. He said, I'm going to be giving a lot more away at the end of the series if the Heat keep winning. When the Heat keep winning, my dog. When the Heat keep winning. Thank you, Alex Zapata, for the $5 dono. He said, thank the Miami Heat for supporting the basement by winning. Let's go, Heat. Yes, it did. Shows are a lot. We feel a lot much better after wins with these shows. Who we got next? Danielle Cartagena. Thank you. Let me get some water while you do this.
It's gonna be a good night.
Shout out HM for the $5 dono. Jimmy motherfucking Butler looks like a modern day MJ this postseason. All he needs is consistent help, and we win it all. Salute, fellas. Heat in 6 in the ECF, and we don't even know who we're playing yet. That's guts. Thank you, HM. Thank you.
Heat in 6 over both of them hoes. Fuck is you talking about? But I mean, realistically, let's kind of like. We got a couple of donos, but I kind of want to pause the conversation a little bit because Jonathan Ramlakan has said not a fucking thing this entire show.
He's doing his best Harden impression.
And he's Ben Simmons in the 4th right now.
He's Harden in the 4th too. What you mean?
I'm telling you. But look, before we move on to the next dono, Jonathan Ramlakan, get anything off, bro. Like whatever you want to say, bro.
I mean, it was just before I say anything, I just want to take a moment of not silence and shit on these fucking garbage ass players. Look at this motherfucker crying like a little bitch. Look at this sad ass garbage ass coach. Look at this fucking garbage ass Philly leaving there. And somebody brought
Jimmy
it up.
Butler and the Philly fans, most of them.
So, yeah. Before we get to that, yeah. But yeah, man, it was a good game. Miami played absolutely dominant. The defense is real. Like the defense is going to carry them as far as this team can go. The adjustments that Coach Spoelstra makes from quarter to quarter and half to half. We were going into halftime. We were leaving halftime with a 2-point lead, and we ended up blowing this game out before they ended up closing it in garbage time. Coach Spoelstra is the best coach remaining in the playoffs right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how he matches up with those other guys. But, man, shout out to Max Strus. He's answered the call. He's hitting the threes on the road. He's doing exactly everything you need to do. As well, he's starting to do that little drop-off pass that Duncan got good at when he was in his prime. He's starting to get good at that little drop-off pass.
In his prime.
He hit a nice little one in there. And, man, Max Strus is starting to develop into a really great player. So, shout out to all the guys on the Heat, man. It was a really fucking good win. Jimmy Butler, this playoffs, one of them ones. Hey, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals threat. This team is one of them ones.
That's a bar. Okay. That's a bar. That's a bar.
No, wait. I think, oh, shit. That was funny as fuck, Ramadan. I'm not even gonna cap. That's
Take a moment.
Yeah. No, but I think Threat the one who said it on his timeline. This team don't have to have one of them ones. We just have to have one of them runs. And goddamn, that's what happened in the bubble. And goddamn it looked like it's about to happen right now. But goddamn, that's
runs, baby.
One of them runs, bro. If we could get on it, like, look, I hope that this Milwaukee.
Hey, that is crazy racist.
That's kind of sus. I don't know how to. I don't know if I like that.
Can I hear you use that in a sentence, please?
Can I get the part of speech? Listen, if we can sit up here and listen, we know we got to take whatever we give out. Okay, so that is that is part of the rules of the basement. Everybody gets fucking cooked, even us. But yeah, we can actually get to the game a little bit today. I think the whole series we've been talking about, Jimmy just needed a little bit of help, and like, not to be negative, but he only really got like help from one other person offensively, but it was enough to put this team away. I don't think we're gonna be seeing much of this in the next round. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. What is this series like? What's been the biggest thing that this series, like, biggest impression that this series has left on you, like, about Miami? Ricky, we're gonna start with you. Like, what's the biggest takeaway from the entire series?
I think it's a lot of what I've been saying all season. When this team is healthy, focused, and consistent, they have a chance with anybody. This Sixers team, once Harden showed up, I know I was kind of saying that a little bit. The way they were constructed, they were built for a deep run. Now, of course, we all know James Harden ain't built for that. But, you know, this Heat team knows how to clue in on players like Harden, like Embiid. I mean, Spo figured out Embiid about 3 or 4 games in. I mean, we saw tonight, for example, what the triple team did to him. Harden, they didn't really have to worry about all that much. Like I said, if this team is those things I just mentioned, they can go up against literally any team in this league and give them a run for their money. And not only that, win a series or 2 or 3 or 4. I'll give you a perfect example. James Harden tonight, who is known for being a foul merchant. This is the first night in his career in which he's played 40 minutes plus 0 free throws. 0 free throws. And that happened against a historic, well, maybe not historic, but a really, really good defensive team in Miami. A franchise that's built itself on defensive culture above anything. This Heat team is serious. Like I said it multiple times. The Miami Heat are going to win the championship this season. I'm looking at what Milwaukee and them are doing and Boston and them are doing. I don't know.
You're going to look like a prophet when you write, King. But let's get back to some of these donos. I want to thank my boy Mel Vaughn for the 179 loser dollars. This must be Philly currency. He said,
Oh, Lord.
I don't know what it is, bro. So they leave it up to me. The boy Jonathan can't find it, so I'll find it for him.
That's the British pound.
How do you know this?
How do I not?
This one was.
That's a pound. It's British pound sterling.
First of all, I don't know where you from, but that ain't what the pound look like where I'm from. I'm just being honest with you. When I hit pound, I think about something completely different. Thank
hashtag you. Logo?
No.
Philly, fist bump?
Oh, pound. Like Young Jeezy. Gotcha.
That's the snowman. Philly, no game 7, losing game Sixers. That was cute.
Nice. Yeah.
Kind of a
David Sasson, thank you for the $2 dono. He said, enough said. Can we start the Dark River Slander?
It's more like an iron rod.
Thank you, Jose Lucas, for the $2 dono. He said, shout out to Jimmy. He changed our franchise around. No, he did not. We changed Jimmy Butler's career outlook. We changed what the vision on Jimmy Butler was. I think Jimmy helped. He was big. He's a very huge part of changing, but he didn't come in here and change the way the Heat operated. Thank you, Military Kicks, for the 199. Don't know. He said, how I be one of y'all, though I'm trying to talk ish with y'all.
You're doing it now.
Yeah, it's a very strenuous process. It's a rigorous interview process, bro. What you do is you send a DM to Adam Barai.
And Ariel Atias.
At Ariel Atias. At Adam M. Barai. At Ariel Atias, too. Send them a DM, and they in charge of HR operations around here. So they'll let you know how you can get to the next steps. What else we got? That's it?
That is it.
Oh, shit. I think I'd have had so many donos. I don't really know where to go with this.
That is crazy. He didn't even have to Photoshop the face on it for real.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Crazy. That's crazy.
Oh man,
my leg.
Yeah, that's right. People, send in your resume. Shit. Send in your resume to @TwanSpeaks if you want to become
It keeps changing. It
Kendall
keeps
_11.
Yeah,
Please.
Kendall. It's with an E. You got to make sure you
It's
add
with
the
an
E on there.
E.
Yeah, you got to make sure you add that in there.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh, they telling me about Jimmy Butler. What do y'all think about Jimmy Butler? Did Jimmy Butler save our franchise?
No.
Okay.
Why we got to do a negative streak?
We don't have to do that. Let's do
Here's
this.
how this works. It's a symbiotic relationship. Like
Exactly.
Jimmy Butler made this franchise better, and we made Jimmy Butler a relevant contender. Like if Jimmy Butler wasn't on this team, he would not be a contender. And likewise, if Jimmy Butler wasn't on the Heat wouldn't be a contender right now either. We would still be going through some growing pains. So I think it's both ways. Like we made him a contender, he made us contender. Let's cut this bullshit. There's no one or the other. It's both.
We need each other. That's a good relationship.
Well
That's
said.
What Twan say? Y'all boys better not say. No. Okay, so let's get into this shit. Since we already in Eastern Conference Finals, we the first team that have stamped ourselves in the Final Four. Who would y'all rather play in the next round? Would you rather play Boston or Milwaukee? Let's start doing some pre-prediction. Go ahead, Threat.
Give me Boston. Give me Boston. You know, I seen us play them before, and I seen us beat them. We've also beat the Bucks, but this is a different variation. I mean, it's a different variation of both teams, but for the most part, the Celtics still have their guys. They have major flaws. They still can't close a game. We seen that literally last game. Marcus Smart still thinks he's one of them ones for some weird ass reason. I have no idea why he thinks he's that guy. It's crazy. He had Tatum, he had Brown, and he still thought he was Michael Jordan in his prime. Give me the Celtics. They are really flawed. I don't trust their role players. I also like the fact that the matchup. So when you play a team like the Bucks, they force your role players to beat them. Our role players would have to play out of body for us to beat the Bucks. As opposed to the Celtics, our star players just need to be themselves, and we get the job done. If Bam is being Bam, if Tyler's being Tyler, and if Jimmy's being what the Jimmy we're seeing now, then we should be able to handle the Celtics as well. I mean, it's just, which one do you prefer, your role players or your star players having to get that, you know what I'm saying, grind it out for you? So give me the Celtics, please, over the Bucks.
I fucks with it. Ramlikar?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And I think the second part of that is that we only have legitimately one big guy on this team. The Bucks are a very lengthy team, and they're going to out-rebound us. And if Bam gets in foul trouble, which he likely will against somebody like Giannis, it's going to be tough for us to kind of, produce that kind of play without having that same kind of big. On the other hand, I think you can survive with PJ at the 5 if you're playing Boston, if Bam gets in foul trouble, right? He can handle any of those Boston bigs. I'm not too worried about Al Horford. I feel like, he had his one game versus the Bucks, but he's not going to do too crazy outside of that. But like Threat said, we've seen us beat this team. It's a much more handleable team, and they're not as good on the edges. I feel like they have Jaylen Brown and they have Jason Tatum, but inconsistency from Marcus Smart, inconsistency for the rest of the players. I feel like the role players from Milwaukee are a lot better, and I feel like Drew Holiday would give us hell. They also have their Jimmy Stopper and Wes Matthews, and the length is something that's really tough against Jimmy as well. So if he can't easily get to the rim, and like y'all said, Brook doesn't really respect Bam. If Brook's helping off and he's the rim protector, Jimmy's going to have a much tougher time because he's just going to become a jump shooter. So I prefer seeing the Celtics. It's going to be tough to see how that matchup goes given the way last night's game went, but yeah, I would prefer the Celtics over the Bucks.
Gat.
Celtics. Give me the Celtics. This offense, we talk all year, the Heat don't have a closer. The Heat struggle closing games. You watch the Celtics play offense, and they make the Heat's closing offense look very pretty. They have some really, really ugly moments offensively, and it's because when push comes to shove, their best players just like to take 20-foot step back jumpers. Like, they're good at them, but that's what they like to take. That's a terrible shot to take. And the Heat, like, they can really put in work. Especially Ime Udoka is a really good coach, but I will take my chances with Eric Spoelstra against a rookie coach as well, especially in that type of moment. I think the Bucks, like, what they're doing right now, Giannis is the best player in the world. Like, Jimmy's on one. Jimmy, you're hoping Jimmy can at least, like, get into Giannis's stratosphere in that series, because it's literally like Ricky's doing right now. It's kind of apples to oranges. Like, would you rather play against Giannis with a really good supporting cast or Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown with a really good supporting cast? Like, I will play against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown 10 out of 10 times. It'd be a good series either way. Like, I don't think the Heat are down and out against either team. I think they could definitely beat either one of them. But you're really going to need a bomb away from three against the Bucks. And if Kyle Lowry's back, I think that helps a lot, because you're going to need someone who can hit pull-up threes and who can kind of, like, be a drop killer. But at the same time, like, man, Giannis is just so good. So I'd rather play the Celtics for sure. I'd rather play the Celtics.
Ricky?
I want no smoke with the Bucks from Milwaukee. I want no smoke with those guys. Take a look at what they've been doing in this series. Granted, it's 3-2 Bucks right now over the Celtics. But look, Giannis Antetokounmpo, like Gaz says, is the best player in the world. Okay? He's going to keep coming at you. He doesn't stop. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't play with his food. He attacks. Drew Holiday, I'll disagree slightly with Ramlakan on this one. Drew Holiday is the Butler stopper, not so much Wes Matthews. I'm not really as worried about Wes Matthews giving Jimmy problems. It's Drew. Drew's defense on just about anybody is a problem. Now, let's talk about the Celtics. The Celtics are the kind of team where they can keep it close against a Bucks team. I mean, they had that game won last night until the Bucks came back really late. The thing with Jason Tatum, as great as he is, he has a tendency to go whole halves without scoring. Same with Jaylen Brown. Keep in mind, Robert Williams is out. I don't think he's going to be the factor that they hoped he would have been when he came back from that rushed surgery in which they took out the rest of his meniscus. The same mistake Dwayne Wade did when he was out at Marquette. I suspect that there are less bigs aside from Al Horford, who's been playing out of his mind in this series. I suspect that the way their bigs are set up, it will be a lot better off for Bam, because as I think both Gad and Ramlakan, and I think Threat might have said this too, Milwaukee's size is going to be a problem for Bam. And in a series like this against Milwaukee, you're not going to want, like, Bam simply being great on defense and dribble handoffs is not going to be enough. We're going to need 20 from him, because the Bucks are not the same team that Miami lost to or that Miami beat in the bubble. They went out, shipped out Bledsoe, got Drew Holiday back, and they're a much better team, so much so that they're the defending champions, and for a reason. Middleton's going to be coming back before long. I suspect they're going to try to bring him back a little earlier. I don't know how he's going to play when he comes back from, I think it was an MCL sprain, but I don't want any smoke with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Boston Celtics are a better matchup for this Miami Heat team. I think if the Celtics somehow get past Milwaukee, they'll be beaten, battered, tired, and then they'll have to deal with Miami's suffocating defense. It'll be a bad time for Jason Tatum if he has to face Miami for 7 games, and Miami will end up winning that between 5 and 7 games. I don't want any smoke with Milwaukee.
I set all y'all up to ask that question so that I can say, I don't give a fuck who the fuck we play in the Eastern Conference Finals. Heat in fucking 6. I don't give a shit. If we play Boston for all the reasons y'all just named, we gonna whoop their ass. If we play Milwaukee, it's gonna be the 3rd time in the playoffs that we done played them. 3rd year in a row, and I want my rematch, bitch. Fuck,
I want a ring.
I want my rematch. I want my one. Fuck is you talking about? I do not give a shit. Oh, Lord. Boy, you the fast. What you know about me, bro? This is my boy Raymond. I know exactly what it is. My boy Raymond. I know exactly what it is. I saw the Navy outfit. I know it. But yeah, I don't give a fuck. I want to play either one of them bitches. I'm here. They not. So when they get here, then I worry about all the different little machinations. But I don't give a fuck who we play, bro. I don't care. I don't care. He is 6. Fuck is you talking about? I don't know what else to do here, guys. I'm just a ball of adrenaline right now. What's up, bro?
We have a laundry list. Okay, so I looked up most famous people from Philadelphia.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna number one is not getting packed up for personal reasons. Number 2, Will Smith.
Who's number 1? Who's number 1?
Kobe Bryant.
Pack his ass up too.
Oh my
No.
God.
We're not.
Pack Laura Marion
Kobe.
ass up. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Will Smith, out of
Thank
here.
you.
Kevin Hart, I'm taller than him. Fuck out of here. Grace Kelly, born in 1929.
Oh yeah, she married the Prince of Monaco.
It says she's a Scorpio. Fuck out of here. Wilt Chamberlain, nope.
roll it
Richard
over
Gere, get him the fuck. Noam Chomsky, Lil Uzi Vert,
Pack his ass up.
Chomsky's a real one.
getting the fuck out of here too, bro. Every single person out of here, bro. Fuck Philadelphia. Listen, you want to hear what Doc Rivers said? He said, I realized at the end of this game that we just weren't good enough to beat Miami.
They weren't.
At the end of this game, that's when you realize that? Oh
I mean,
my gosh, man.
he probably knew it a week ago, but he's not going to say it then. He's a competitor. Isn't that what they're going to say?
Look at this loser, man.
This is when he realized he couldn't beat the Heat. When he was down 9 with 5 seconds left in Game 6. He fucking finally realized, maybe we should make some adjustments.
See, some of y'all.
Yo, all I'm going to say is I watched Eric Spoelstra hand out Rico charge after Rico charge of the Philadelphia 76ers offense in the second half, and that was crazy. You know, James Harden's leaving the arena in a YSL sweater on, and he is shaking because Eric Spoelstra is going to be coming after his ass. Oh my gosh, bro! What a masterclass! What a masterclass that he just put on.
Bro. Joel Embiid 7 for 24, Tyrese Maxey 9 for 22, James Harden 9 shot attempts. I think only one of them came in the second half. Like,
I got a question for the panel. For this series that we just finished just now, who do you feel like the top 3 players were for the Heat in terms of winning this series?
Oh, that's a good question.
Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Matisse Thybulle.
I'll probably have to go with Jimmy Butler. I want to give credit to Gabe because I think Gabe was a big part of why we won this. Like with Kyle Lowry playing so bad, if he would have been terrible, then this shit could have went off the rails after Joel Embiid got back, and I think he played well enough to keep us in it. And Max.
I give it to Bam before Gabe. I think what he was like, I've never seen someone do to Joel Embiid what Bam was able to do to Joel Embiid. Like that was just crazy defense he put up, man. That was unreal. Like,
read HM's don't know for me yet.
Oh, HM's don't know. Where was that? Shout out HM said Bam would absolutely feast against the Celtics. I think
if he wants to.
Feast is interesting because like Al Horford's been playing good defense and he's the type of defender that could probably frustrate Bam. But at the same time, am I gonna expect Bam to like put this for Al Horford to put up this type of performance for another 6 games next series? Probably not. And Giannis is kind of wears you down defensively, so I think it's definitely an easier matchup for Bam than the Bucks are. That's for sure. He can do work against them.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your Dogecoin, get your goddamn Bitcoin ready, because the bot holes is here, baby. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. It's all shit now. But my boy Raymond, he gave us a dono in there. I want to make sure I read it. Wait, what does it say? He was talking about it. My guy, Navy guy, 954 with the $2 dono. He said, I want to be a part of the crew, Royal Connection. For sure, me and my man had the same class in high school, bro. You probably ain't think I remember who the fuck he was. I know exactly who my boy is. Thank you, Thomas Purchase, for the NZT. NZ is Ricky.
That's $3.49 in Zuck bucks. Don't worry.
New Zealand dollar.
Yeah. When do we have to thank Chris Brickley?
There's a banner hanging in the arena. He's Jimmy's trainer.
The shooting coach.
They went on like sabbatical or something during the All-Star break. I swear to God, because that man's shot form changed in the middle of the season.
No. Yeah, I got this. He that dude on 2K that you got to go play them games.
That's exactly who I thought, but I didn't.
Oh my God, that is him.
I didn't think his name was spelled like that.
Wow.
Yeah, to get the little green badge in the beginning.
To unlock your badges. That's who I thought it was.
Yeah, it's that shooting coach in 2K, bro.
Okay,
he was in the live 2K too. Thank you to Christian Curtis for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Pat Rocky Ball boy ass the fuck up. Ben Franklin too.
The Farmer's Almanac. Adios. We are done with you, bro. Like everything Philly related. Sean Rochester.
Pack it down.
Oh, man. Man,
Everyone's
you gotta
gone.
catch it straight.
Everyone's
Lord.
gone. Vacate the city. Oh my! They gotta treat that shit like Gotham from here on out, bro.
I do want to say my top 3 real quick. And this is my order is definitely Jimmy. 2, I'm gonna have to say Bam, just for the defense. You know what I'm saying? Defense, what he gave us defensively on Embiid. I feel like it was a masterclass. Wish we would have gotten more offensively, but that's neither here nor there for the day. And number 3 is a real tricky one because I feel like Strus struggled mightily in these games, and people were asking for him to get benched. So I don't know if I could give it to him. So 3, I'm going to end up giving it to Depot because honestly, I expected absolutely nothing from Victor Oladipo, and he gave us some meaningful minutes, and it looked like he turned the clock in some instances during the series. So shout out to Vic.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing with Depot? Like the mid range, the ability to get to the mid range is something that's absolutely huge because he's getting downhill, right? Like we know he can get to the rim, especially on the right side. He's not really driving to the left, but that's like Threat said, it's neither here nor there. I don't care about it that much right now. But like the burst obviously is something we really need. The ability to get downhill is something we need. But the counter to that is, okay, if they start playing him at the rim, if he can hit that pull-up jumper or just like a catch and shoot jumper in the middle of the lane, that's huge for this offense. And Depot actually was able to get to that this series. Like probably I'll say like 6 or 7 times he hit a mid-range or he hit a floater in the middle of the lane. He was able to eat up the zone if they were going zone. And I think Tyler actually started to try to get to some of that too because he realized, listen, I take one dribble into the paint. I don't need to take a 16-foot jumper. I can just take like an 8 to 10-foot floater and it'll be much, much easier. So yeah, like Threat definitely hit the nail on the head with the Depot thing. Like you could say he was the 3rd best player too. He was really good for us, especially on the defensive end. He's going to help a lot in the next series, whoever we're playing against. Specifically against Boston, I think Depot can make a huge difference because you need someone who can get to the rim off the bounce.
No, for sure. One thing Adam Barat for the 199 don't know, he said Sixers picked up Fultz and Harris over Tatum and Butler. That's why they're an unserious franchise, and they are going to be sleeping in Philadelphia this evening. Thank you, David, for the $5 donor. He said, if we honest, the best player for the 76ers was Dedmon. Boy was bad this series.
Hey, so my top 3, I mean, Jimmy and Bam is number 1 and 2, but I think, PJ Tucker, as far as consistency, game to game, this dude brought it every single game. The offensive rebounds that he got this series were absolutely nuts. Like his positioning off of the shot, his just ability to has a nose for the ball, phenomenal. His ability to cut when Jimmy's driving and nobody else is moving, I think that's a very underrated part of his game because he's good at making sure that he's available. He's not just sitting in one spot. And when Jimmy gets down the rim or he's driving down the middle and they close up on him, he's always good at cutting from that corner down to the dunker spot and getting those nice little layups. So shout out to him, man. He's really good. I mean, the smart plays, the high IQ level that he brings, it just shows that why he is a champion. And I think if we do win the championship this season, he's going to be a big part why.
When we win.
Tell him, Ricky.
So I think for me it's obviously Jimmy number 1. I'd say number 2, a unique combination between Bam and Tucker, because Bam did well to start the series, and then that midway threw a little bit of doubt into the wind when Joel came back, and all of a sudden Bam kind of shrunk a little bit. He got it together late, in the final 2 games of the series, which I'm happy about. But it was like, oh geez, what's going on? Like it was touch and go for a moment there for me. And the 3rd guy, I will have to say, I got to show love to Gabe Vincent. I got to be completely honest because, look, this is the guy who's a 3rd string, former D-League or former G-League player that you basically started for all 4 of Miami's wins in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The guy had a huge weight on him, on his shoulders, and he showed up. I mean, were we expecting him to duplicate Kyle Lowry's expected production? No, I think that would have been an unreasonable ask, but he did his job as this team's starting point guard, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for that, especially tonight with the way he was able to basically help this team close the Sixers out.
His job was not to fuck it up like that. That was
for the most part, he didn't, and
exactly.
he did his thing. I appreciate him for that.
So I'm going to flip this question on its head, and I want you guys to name me Miami's worst 3 players, and I want you kind of like I want to hear about Miami's bottom 3 players, and I want to know, do you expect them to kind of turn it around in the next series?
That's my type of bag.
It's gonna be fun.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start with Ramakan this time because I keep skipping him for some reason.
So I'm going to take this question as far as who underperformed the most from the level we expected them to perform.
That ain't what I said.
For you want to say Yurtseven?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
So, I mean, the person that disappointed the most has to be Tyler Hero, and that has to be not just this series, but consistently throughout the playoffs. Like, we still haven't had a Tyler Hero game, which, like I said in the last video, is saving us money. So I'm all about saving some money. But Tyler Hero is the guy that disappointed the most. Granted, we didn't need him against the Hawks and against Philadelphia 76ers team with a Harden and a half of him in Embiid. But if we're going to be playing against the Bucks, or we're going to be playing against teams that can legitimately score the ball continuously and have good defense, we're going to need to match that pace on the offensive end. Tyler Hero is going to have to be our 3-level scorer. Right now, Jimmy's our 3-level scorer, and he's shooting a 3-point shot at a high clip. But the number one guy that disappointed for me would have to be Hero. The second guy for me would be Caleb Martin. I feel like the impact has started to decrease as the season has gone on, and I think you can kind of cater that to the increase in minutes for Victor Oladipo, because he can kind of do a little bit of what Caleb doing outside of these super explosive dunks and do a little bit more as well. He can guard 1 through 3. He's able to, like we saw tonight, lock up James Harden, and he can create his own shot on the offensive end a little bit better than Caleb Martin can. So I think number 2 would be Caleb Martin, and number 3, probably Dwayne Dedmon, man. Just absolute fucking garbage this entire series. Every time he had one good moment, he would take like 4 or 5 bad moments.
Good moment, though? Like,
he started off this game good with a dunk, and then he thought he was Steph Curry afterwards. Like,
you guys want to watch the Dwayne Dedmon highlights from this series?
This is a UPS commercial?
That's what it was.
Those 3.
You know how hard it is to get 3 3-second violations in the same quarter?
Crazy.
Yikes.
I think those 3 guys, like Miss Lynette said, pure doo-doo.
Yeah. Who your guys that disappointed the most, as Jonathan eloquently put it? Gat.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say? One of my friends just said the Boston Celtics have a better defense than Miami Heat.
Yeah,
well, so I'm unfriending him as we speak.
Yeah, that boy don't know ball.
Anywho, what was the question?
We're talking about the 3 players who underperformed in your opinion during the course of this series.
Tyler Hero, Dwayne Dedmon, Duncan Robinson. Like who else am I supposed to say? I don't know. I feel like no one really was that bad. Tyler Hero was below expectations. Dedmon was one of the worst players I've ever seen on an NBA floor for the moments that he was on the floor. He was actually like okay tonight. I'll give him credit for that. But yeah, like the reason we win games is because our 10 guys that are going to see the floor are always going to be playing pretty above average, and they did that this series. It was 1, maybe 2 if you want to consider Strus like outlier performances, and then everybody else is kind of just doing their jobs, and that's why this team is so good. Like they will just murder your 5 through 9 on your team at all times, and that's their strength. Their strength is if Jimmy Butler can match whoever it is that the other team's star player is, you're in damn good hands, and that's kind of where we're at.
For sure. Threat.
Man, I've been waiting for this question. This is like throwing me an alley-oop off the motherfucking backboard, and I'm not even finna play with it. I'm finna yam this hole right now, and the person I'm putting in that motherfucking hole is Kyle motherfucking Lowry. I don't want to give a fuck about that motherfucking injury. Don't talk to me about that shit. I don't give a damn. He came out there, he played, he was a detriment to the team. We are undefeated when he does not play. We have a under 500 record when he does play. I don't know what he's giving you other than ass and vibes. I don't bring up the injury. I don't give a fuck about the injury. Please keep it to yourself. So he's my number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go Duncan Robinson. Hey, y'all were tooting your asses up for Duncan Robinson, pulling out I told you so's real motherfucker. You thought you was in my bag? You thought you was in the I told you so bags, and y'all was looking like idiots. Duncan Robinson gave you nothing but, like my dog Royal said, real Star Trek vibes, just gravity. It's a lot of
Gravity in space.
Gravity in
Well said.
space. I mean,
Real Captain Jean-Luc Picard vibes out that bitch.
The
bro.
long shot pod goes to Mars. Let's go.
I mean, y'all were really shameless, and y'all should be disgusted in yourselves. Have some respect and get off your knees. Number 3 is gonna have to be Tyler Hero, just because I think of the world of Tyler Hero. I really was ready for him to take the reins of the team, and Jimmy Butler told me, hold the fuck up, shut the fuck up, and you don't know ball. And he was correct. Tyler Hero is not ready yet. He still has one more series to prove himself. I put the discussion on the timeline a couple weeks ago about Jordan Poole or Tyler Hero, and everybody was saying Hero, and now that discussion looks real crazy. So we'll see how the next series goes. He might just have one to prove himself.
Sure. I agree with this statement entirely. That the fact that we won without Hero playing well is a good sign. It is a great testament to Miami's potential, because if Tyler Hero gets going, then most of these games ain't even close. Yes, I am the king of the player haters ball. Fuck is you talking about? Like, I try not to be too much of a hater, but this is a hating ass topic, and I had to get it out my system. Well, Ricky, who is the worst 3 players in this series for you?
Okay, so we're going to start with Duncan Robinson. He was unplayable, without question. I mean, I can't even think of a moment in which there was like a redeemable moment for him. It was a liability on defense. Wasn't hitting threes, so he was quite literally useless. The guy was basically doing nothing, and he had some of the best seats in the league, and he's getting paid $19 million a year to do it. He's trash. I already said it before. Like, I'm done with him. If he is still on this roster to kick off the next season, something went horribly wrong for some weird reason, and I'm serious. Like, at this point, he has to be moved in the offseason. He is a detriment to this club. He is not a playoff player, and for the price he commanded this past offseason, it's offensive. It's offensive. I mean, it's offensive. Like, it's sickening. Like, guy's getting paid $19 million to do cardio.
Oh my gosh,
I'm over it. So that's him. He's the worst out of all of them. Second worst, I would probably say Dwayne Dedmon. He was almost as unplayable. I remember saying a little earlier tonight that if he gets big minutes in this upcoming series, or even for the rest of this game, Embiid could potentially wake up and lead this Sixer team back and win, or Miami could be in serious trouble because the Bucks or the Celtics will end up in the bonus with like 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Because Dwayne Dedmon, despite being on this team a full season now, plays like he hasn't played NBA basketball for almost a year. That was over a year ago. That excuse doesn't work. Maybe there's a reason aside from the ankle injury why he doesn't play, because he plays with his body and not his mind. Like you said, 3-second or 3 in the key calls in the same quarter. Who does that? How long does it have to, like, what is it going to take for you to learn how to set a screen properly enough after being called for moving screens the entire season? When is it enough? Like, if I were to compare this to a relationship, I'd have been broken up with you in November. Like, the fact that I lasted from August to, that's a testament of patience in and of itself. But what was there? DeMarcus Cousins was a free agent, and he tore it up for Denver. You mean to tell me that Dwayne? Anyway, so he was the second. I could have.
Can I say one thing about Dedmon? Because I think there's a misconception about Dwayne Dedmon. We expect him to be like this
competent
this player who's gonna do all these things.
He doesn't have to be Michael Doliak in 05.
Listen,
be competent.
All Dwayne Dedmon is there for the vibes, right? Like, he is not drinking the Gatorade bottle they give him. I regret to inform you, is not filled with Gatorade, water, or electrolytes. That shit is filled with Henny. That is literally, he's pre-gaming every single game. He plays like a drunk uncle, and it's hilarious. The only problem with it is the fact that sometimes it's a detriment to our team, and he might be the best player for the other team, which I'm hoping we don't end up seeing in the in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. But like,
he's another player that I hope is not on this roster come next season. That can't like, if he's still your backup big, something went wrong. Like it's like, it's gonna remind me, it's gonna give me 2017 offseason vibes. And last but not least, Tyler Hero. He's underperformed. I think we're all fair enough. I think we're all in agreement on this, that he's underperformed in the playoffs, especially after winning the 6th Man of the Year award. He did all right against the Hawks, won that award, and all of a sudden his production kind of went down. He had a few moments here and there tonight in Game 6, but he needs to step it up, because I am tired of this idea, this agenda where it's like, man, we beat these guys and Tyler didn't play well. Kyle Lowry didn't shake it as much as he normally would. Here's the thing. Once you hit the finals, you can't. Well, he's got a giant peach that he carries around, but I digress. Look, like, at some point, you're going to need Lowry. You're going to need these guys to step up, because I don't want to be like, well, man, if only Hero played well in that final series. Like, no one's going to remember that, oh man, if only Byron Scott were healthy in the 91 finals against Michael and the Bulls, they would have had a shot. No one talks about that because no one cares. Hero needs to do better, and quite frankly, he's my 3rd worst performer in this series.
That was a funny fucking monologue, Ricky. I ain't gonna lie, I was dying.
There's some bars in there. That's some major bars. But no, it's time to go. Like, I think since Miami gets a rest, we gonna get a rest too. Get up off this stream. I don't know. Unless anybody got any final thoughts on this game, this series, predictions for next series. I don't want to do predictions for next series yet. I'm pretty sure
we don't even know who we're playing.
No, I think
the title.
No, that's a good one. I think what we'll do is we'll probably do a post-game show after the last of that other Eastern Conference Final series. We'll kind of do a show then just to kind of preview the Heat versus whatever team comes out of that. Hopefully them bitches go 7. But I don't know. Watch the timeline. We'll let y'all know. So thank you guys.
Slander. Wait, we didn't slander Doc Rivers.
Oh my bad. I forgot. Yeah. So this time Doc Rivers didn't even have. Doc Rivers didn't have a lead to blow in this series, so it was terrible. Hold on. I want to thank Julio Cesar Romero for the $2 dono. He said, my man said Drew guard Yemi. He's on Hero.
Oh, that's a huge win for us if he's on Hero the entire time. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Boobie Johnson, this is my man's. 1,000. The boy straight out of Pompano. $5 dono. He said, Roy, how we feeling about Paul Pierce today? You know what time it is, my boy. Fuck Paul Pierce. Always. Paul Pierce. Never no love for that bitch. The unidentified celebrity review. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. For the $4.99 dono, he said, for my beautiful brown boys of 5 reasons and to another Eastern Conference Finals. For sure, my guy. But yeah, I don't know, Gad. How would you like to slander Doc Rivers?
Okay, so I just want to give you guys some. You know what? I'll give you a question. So you can pick A, B, C, or D. Let's say A is Publix, B is Wawa, C is McDonald's, D is Walmart. Which of those 4 stores will Doc Rivers be working at next season? A, B, C, or D?
Well, I mean, he's already in Philly, so he don't want to change locations. He won't have enough money to relocate his family. So I'm assuming
Wawa it is.
Wawa
Shout out to Giant.
I don't know what that is. Is it in Florida?
Is that something from Philly? Because we can get it the fuck out of here too.
Yeah, pat that shit up. Pat that shit up. Where you going? A, B, C, or D? Where Doc Rivers at next year?
I'm always gonna go with the D.
Thank you guys in the comments and always for joining us, making it. Oh, thank you, Magic Leeds, for the $2 dono. He said, "Gad, where are the culture minutes at, bro? Listen, that chart would be off the charts."
Well, they'll make a return in the Eastern Conference Finals. I will say that much. Don't know when. Just guaranteed at least from games 1 through 4, we will get at least one culture minutes chart. I will put that.
Resume.
Gotta have
On my
people
mind.
contribute to have culture minutes.
This is a key. Listen, people like to say, "Gad, you make up the culture minutes. They're not real, Gad. These are fabricated numbers." The numbers write themselves. I am just here to relay the message. Okay, so you need some bench production. We're gonna need some of that. So maybe Depot, maybe Lowry, maybe Hero, maybe Deadman, not Caleb. I don't know. Not Duncan. They'll be on the chart.
I'm expecting a lot from Tyler Hero next series. I'm actually like, you got some making up to do, bro. Like,
My expectations will continue to be high.
Yeah, I need 20 plus, like in a couple of games next series from Tyler, because we're gonna need them 20 from Bam. I don't think we're gonna necessarily need 20 from Tyler. I just want 20. Like, you know, the Jimmy's gonna do most of the work. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 don't know. He said Lowry can stay on the bench. We playing better now. No, I think we're gonna need Lowry some of these later rounds too, bro. Like, Lowry's gonna be able to help us control the tempo of a lot of these games. Like, we were able to do it
like
without
the end of the game tonight. I was literally thinking, maybe Lowry does get it done, maybe he doesn't, but I would much rather have the ball in Kyle Lowry's hands than Gabe Vincent's hands in that scenario, because it was a little stressful at the end of that game. I will lie. We were gonna win the game, but damn, I wanted to win. I wanted to win by 20. I really did.
Yeah, for sure. No, like, I think Lowry does a lot for us in terms of dictating the pace that we play at, and that's going to be very important in order to not lose.
The kids don't lie. Sorry.
Look at you,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
So, thank you guys in the comments as always for joining us, making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my man Jonathan Ramakan, Gadiel Cartagena, and of course the two Kings, my boy Threat and King Ricky, for joining me. Oh, also want to thank Sean Rochester before we packed his ass up in Philly. You live there, bro. It's your choice. You get packed the fuck up too. We'll see y'all after the last game of the other Eastern Conference semifinals. So yeah. Fuck that shit. We might not even see y'all then. Might be game one. We don't have to play by them rules.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We still got like 500 people in here. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure
I don't know how many. I don't know how y'all stayed this long, bro.
We appreciate you regardless.
Adrenaline.
When's the Bucks Celtics game? Is that tomorrow?
Yeah,
maybe.
the Bucks Celtics game tomorrow. Oh, if that series over tomorrow, we're not doing no damn stream then. Y'all
we'll be back on a later date.
Yeah, TBD, bitch.
Whatever the hell we feel like it.
Yeah, look for a word from management. Play the video, Jonathan.
Jimmy Buckets.
Yo, boys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The Bucks are gonna destroy Miami. I can't lie to these people.
Somebody that way.
The Bucks are gonna ruin Miami. It's not.